Welcome to the Stories of Hope. It is my pleasure to introduce you to a few of the amazing graduates from the Family Treatment Court.
I've been a drug addict for 21 years.
The Vet Court.
I would show up to work drunk and high on coke. I did that for a good 35 years.
The Adult Drug Court.
When I started the program, I was homeless.
And the Female Opportunity Program.
They found me in a hotel room dead, like my body was 80 degrees.
Over the years, Adams County, the 17th Judicial District, has been a leader in the development and creation of problem-solving courts. We have learned over the years that by working with high-need and high-risk individuals who have child welfare cases and are involved in the criminal courts, that by coming together in a collaborative group with stakeholders, with heightened judicial supervision, quality treatment to deal with substance abuse and mental health treatment, our participants become the people that they have always wanted to be.
My life was a mess while I was using.
I was homeless with my wife at one point. She was pregnant. We lost our son. We had him removed from our custody.
I was using every day. I didn't look good. My health was bad.
Lived in my car, lived in my tent, slept in anyone else's vehicle that would let me.
I had problems being dependable, showing up to things, taking care of responsibilities, neglecting my kids.
I get out of the Navy and I was still had a bad habit with cocaine, and I started drug dealing.
We save somebody from 90 days of county jail time or community corrections time, and we save them from having to go through the loneliness of incarceration.
It's easy to demonize an individual such as that, but when you learn their story and learn that their background, all of the trauma that they have endured, you understand where they're coming from, and with compassion, empathy, and holding them accountable, they can turn their lives around.
It's very intense. It seems like a lot all at once.
We would be in complete constant contact with our probation officer, and we would have meetings every week. We had groups every week. We had classes every week. We had to report our drug use, which was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done.
The toughest for me was probably getting on a routine. Like get up first thing, call your UA line. Making sure that I made my appointments, made my treatment, made my appointments with Aaron. It's like that reprogram button.
I was happy because I thought it was going to be easy, a quick way out, and so I had to do like 180 hours of class therapy and stuff like that.
This is not going to be easy because you're so used to doing things your way. Now we're asking you to do things the right way.
I can't tell you how many times I felt going through the program that I wasn't going to be able to succeed, or it was too hard, or it was unreasonable.
It's a lot of requirements that you have to get in the habit of going to do, like going to make sure you're on time to your drug tests and to your therapy and to your probation and to the courts.
It is very intensive. They are required to come to court every 2 weeks. There's a lot of responsibilities towards their treatment plan and meeting with their caseworker, that I want to make sure that they fully understand what they're signing up for.
My lifestyle was very different, from doing all these responsible things.
I got in trouble a lot, actually, at first.
I got sanctioned a couple times, and each time was a learning lesson, It wasn't out of hate. It was out of good intentions.
I almost had a warrant out for me. I almost got kicked out, but they were patient. They know they're dealing with people who are addicts with problems, and they didn't give up on me.
I don't care. It doesn't matter. What can we do to get you back on track?
You're human and you are going to mess up and things aren't going to go smooth all the time, but when they do, it's the ultimate payoff.
I needed someone to hold on to me that much, and so without that and without the support of the other FOP people, like, I don't think that I would be here. Like, I really don't.
To get through these programs, you have to be totally, get the stress out of your life, totally and focus on yourself, nobody else. And that'll get you through, you know, and just, you know, just do the basic things. Be on time, be punctual, you know, to your classes.
Being held accountable for the things that are required in this program, like I said, can be hard and consuming, time consuming, but there's ways, you know, there's ways, and you can do it. You really can do it.
From the individuals who have had years of addiction,
Heroin for 17, methamphetamine for 4.
who come to court with a chip from their programs,
I have almost 2 years of continuous sobriety now.
who tell me they have 1 day of sobriety, and we all clap for them.
When I got this DUI, it was May 18, 2018, and I've been straight ever since.
To the graduates who were in my courtroom just last Thursday that had a combined total of 750 days of sobriety.
I've been sober for 840 days.
To see them with so much self-esteem and confidence in the work that they have done, to have resolved all of their criminal cases, and to have their 2 beautiful children in their custody is what we should be doing in all of our cases. Unfortunately, because of the resources needed, we are only able to help a few of these high-risk and high-need people in our 17th Judicial District community.
I guess this last time it really opened my eyes that I needed help.
Once I lost my son, it was the dagger for me, you know, so that's why my wife and I did this, and I thank God every day for it.
I was praying to God that I would get arrested because I'm not turning myself in.
They were looking for me for a while. I had a warrant for a while. So I knew at some point it was all going to end and I was going to have to make a choice.
Originally, I got sentenced to probation, and I met with my probation officer once a month, and there was lots of time gaps in between there for things to happen, like using, you know. It just wasn't enough monitoring that I needed to help me be successful.
We are here to help them, but the ultimate result, or the end result, is entirely up to them.
Many of our participants have been involved in the criminal justice system, and they don't necessarily feel that judges can be their friends.
The judge was a really big influence for me to keep going. You know, she actually listened to you as an individual and cared about what was going on, while also holding you accountable for things that are going on.
I'm grateful for my counselors. I'm grateful for the FOP team, my probation officer. I'm telling you, I love that woman. I love her to her core.
The vet court was there, and all the resources they gave, and the people on the team really seemed to care.
They actually, truly, genuinely wanted to help us change our lives.
I feel like they had more value for my life than I did at the moment.
Well, there's a lot of things that came out of these classes and stuff that I hold true to my heart, and I practice every day, and I'm getting better and better at it.
They give the individuals, if they are receptive to it, the building blocks that you need to be a functioning adult.
I had to put a lot of work in. But there's a lot of support through housing, through travel expenses. A lot of it's paid for.
There's clothes for our kids, you know, money for diapers.
Gift cards to King Soopers or Walmart, you know. It's a little thing, but it's nice to have that small little reward.
Those type of things that, you know, when you're struggling is hard to come by.
The incentives were great and wonderful and all that, but like I liked to get the actual praise in the courtroom.
If you're doing really good and they see the effort, you get recognized, you know, that court docket for being the superstar.
the #1 rule and expectation is honesty.
There's only one person that's going to make you change, and that's yourself.
I had a hard time with honesty at the beginning. There's things that I felt like I needed to hide or lie. And at the end of the day, these things that you're hiding are things that your probation officer wants to help with.
It's tough and it's hard, but man, it's for a reason. We were never taught these things. I was never taught those things growing up.
For them to be honest and share with me what they're dealing with and what barriers they're facing is really important. So I really stress with them the importance of honesty and how I'm going to help them and motivate them through this program.
There was really no excuse because at the end of the day, it was sheer determination to be better for our kids and to get our son back.
They become law-abiding citizens who work in our community, parent in our community, and are role models for other parents and individuals in the criminal justice system who are struggling with addiction and mental health instability. Over the years, I have had the privilege of presiding over the Integrated Family Treatment Court. I am in constant awe of the transformation of the people in the program.
The longer you are involved with, your sober life and committed to it, the more your life kind of builds around that and things get stronger. Your sobriety gets stronger, your mental health gets stronger.
It's that respect that you get for being straight and stuff that really keeps me going, keeps me encouraged, and I appreciate that from everybody.
I started writing and I liked it, and I found out I was good at it. Somebody suggested I started blogging, so I started a blog. I wrote a novel. Before I graduated, I finished about a 400-page novel, my first book.
I'm a great mother, the mother that my kids deserve.
We had a child. We had my baby girl. We moved into a brand new apartment. We've been promoted both in our careers. I can't say, like I said, how blessed we are to be where we're at because of the hard work we put in as individuals.
I was able to build back relationships better than they ever were before with my family, including my son, my mom and dad.
So me and my mom really connected over this.
I now have their trust again. They trust me. And I have a sister who didn't speak to me for years, and we're able to recently rekindle that relationship and start building on it again.
My ex-wife, after 25 years of divorce, reached out to me and contacted me. And it happened, it happened right when I was graduating, so the timing was incredible. It really felt as a reward for everything I had done.
I see a great future.
I see nothing but, light at the end of the tunnel. It's been, every day it seems like a new blessing happens.
I feel like it's endless possibilities. I know that no matter what, I will help those that are in recovery in their journey. I know that I will reunite with my son at some point.
To be able to give back to people who are struggling. I've been there, so I can be good support for others who are needing it.
It feels good to know that, I was helped and I can help somebody.
They signed a contract to do certain things or not do certain things. And they complete the program and they get to that mission complete day. And they look at themselves and say, just like our judge says, you're a changed person.
I would describe it as a second chance at life.
I thank God every day that I'm able to say I went and graduated through this program.
If you want to change your life, it's going to be the most beautiful experience you ever experienced in your life.
I am so proud of the work that we do in the 17th Judicial District to think outside of the box and create these wonderful programs that change the lives of so many people.
You'll see a better version of you than you ever seen before.
you.